Hello friends, welcome back. Today we're going to return the largest numbers in an array. Return an array consisting of the largest numbers from each provided subarray. For simplicity, the provided arrays will contain exactly 4 subarrays. Remember that you can iterate through an array with a simple for loop and access each member with the array syntax, so array at position I. We want to remember to use read, search, ask if you get stuck. Okay, cool. So with this one, the largest of this 4, 5, 1, 3, 13, 27, 18, 26, we want to return, it should return an array. It should return 1001, 39, 5, and 27. Okay, so we want to return the largest number in each of those arrays returned as an array. So if we were, well, first off, let's console.log this guy so that we're seeing the result of our work. So right now we're passing in this and then we're getting back just the exact same thing. So we want to have, let's set a result array. And we just set that to an empty array. Now with our last one, we had a way of saying of iterating through each one. So what we want to do with the array, we basically have an array of arrays, right? And so this is at position 0, this is at position 1, this is at position 2, and this is at position 3. And so the first thing that we want to do is create a loop, right? So we're going to say let I equal 0, I is less than the array.length, and then I plus equals 1. Now if we were to console.log the array at position 0, or at position I, we're going to have, let's just comment this out for now. So we're just going to console log out. So now we're iterating through. This is at position 0, this is at position 1, this is at position 2, and this is at position 3. So this is individual arrays, right? So let's let individual array equal to that. And now if we were to console.log the individual array, we're going to have, we're just iterating through each one of these, right? Array.length and then -1, because right now we're getting an undefined at the end. Oh no, we don't want that. Okay, array.length. And we're not actually returning anything, so that's why we're getting this undefined here. But what do we want to do? We want to add the highest number in this to our result array. So what can we do to do that? Well, we could iterate through each of these. So we could say we'll let j equal to 0. J is less than the individual array dot length, and then j plus equals 1. Okay, so now if we were to console.log this individual array at position j, we're going to get each individual number, right? Individual array dot length, length. Okay, got it. Okay, so now we're going through and we're getting each and every one of these. Yeah, so, and another thing that we're going to need to be able to do is store individual ones, right? Because 4, 5, 1, 3, we want to just pull out the 5 from here, right? So we can say let the individual highest value, we're going to set that equal to 0 here. And so in here, we're going out with individual highest value. And with each iteration, when I is equal to 0, we're setting it equal to 0. When I is equal to 1, we'll switch over to here, and then we'll set the individual highest value again. So here we can say the individual highest value. Oh, okay, so we want to say if the individual highest value is greater than the individual array at position j, then we want to set the individual highest value equal to the individual array at position j, right? Now, why do we do that? Because we want to get the highest value. And so once we have set the individual, so this is going to keep iterating through until this is complete. And then we're going to say, we want the result to be pushed on. We want to add to the result the individual highest value. And then at the end, we're going to return our result. Okay, so right now we're saying individual highest value equal individual highest length. So now I'm just going to console log the individual highest value. It's 0 all the time. Why is that? Individual highest value is equal to 0. If the individual highest value is 0 is greater than individual highest value is less than the individual array. There we go. Now we're getting, so initially we're starting off at 0. We set it equal to 4, and then it's equal to 5. Then it's equal to 5 again because 5 isn't greater than 3, and then 1. And so at the bottom we have this 4, 5, 5, 5, 13, 27. But that's not what we want. We want 27, 5, 39, and 1001. So what the problem is, we need to set this individual highest value in a different place. Okay, cool. So what's happening here is let's see, I'm just going to get rid of this console log here, and we can just look at our result. So right now what we're doing is we're getting 4, 5, 5, 5. So we're pushing way too many values on there. So what's going on? The individual highest value, we're pushing it on each time. But we're pushing it on each time that there's a recurrence of an individual value. But we only want it to happen, we only want 1, 2, 3, 4 highest values. So 5, 27, 39, and 1001. But right now we're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 array values. And so that's 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, or 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. So that's why we're getting 16 values. So we need to do this result pushing not at each point, but at the end of each array. And that'll give us the 5, 27, 39, and 101. Interesting. This should be working. The largest of 4. 27, 5, 39, 101. Weird. So I'm just going to take the results from here, or the function from here, and pass it into here. This should be 25, 48, 21, and -3. The individual highest value. Oh, I see what's happening here. Okay, so here we're getting negative numbers. We're just passing in negative numbers, which is not what we want, because right now our individual highest value, I set it equal to 0 to start with, but 0 is greater than -72, and 0 is greater than -3. And so we want to make this guy like -infinity. And now we're getting the -3. So what was happening there is our individual highest value was 0, which is greater than all these numbers, and therefore we weren't able to actually address these issues. So yeah, what's happening? First off, we're going into this array and we're saying, well, let's break it into individual array segments. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're doing another for loop within this nested array. And we've set the individual highest value equal to negative infinity, and then we've got our individual array. Our individual array becomes equal to this, and then we're saying Is 17 greater than negative infinity? Yes. So we save it as 17, and then we iterate through. Is 17 greater than 23? That's here. That's where we're going. The individual highest value. Is 17 less than 23? Or is 23 less than 17? No, is 17 less than 23? That's true. So we set the individual highest value equal to 23, which is the individual array at position J. And then we do it again, and 25 becomes the initial highest value, and then 12. And then we keep doing that. So once we go through this one, we know that 25 is the highest individual thing. And so once we've iterated all the way through this array, we break out, and then we push onto the result array the individual highest value, which is this 25. And then we do it through here. Again, we go through each one. 48 becomes the largest one, and we add 48. Again, through here, we do it to the 21. The individual highest number becomes 21, so we push it to here, and then the highest value is equal to -3 because it's smaller than the rest of the numbers, and then we push on -3. And if we run the test, they pass. Okay, cool. I hope you guys helped this one. This is called a nested array. That's what this is. And so you're adding, you're going through an array, and then you're individually going through each of the going through each of the inside arrays, or the nested arrays. So yeah, hope this helps you guys, and we'll see you in the next lesson.